So, what exactly is customer journey analytics? Put simply, it's the process of tracking and analyzing how your customers interact with your business. It's not just about one purchase or a single click. It's about understanding the entire story, from the very first time someone hears about your brand, to the moment they become a loyal, repeat customer, and everything in between. Think of it as creating a map of every step your customer takes. This map shows you where they came from, what they did on your website, which emails they opened, and even how they interacted with your social media posts. The goal is to see the world through their eyes, understanding their motivations and their frustrations. This holistic view is what makes customer journey analytics so powerful. Traditional analytics often look at individual channels in isolation. You might have a report on your website traffic, another on your email campaign performance, and a third on your social media engagement. While useful, these reports are like looking at single puzzle pieces. Customer journey analytics, on the other hand, puts all those pieces together. It connects the dots between a customer seeing an ad on Facebook, visiting your blog, subscribing to your newsletter, and finally making a purchase. This comprehensive understanding is crucial for any business that wants to thrive in today's competitive landscape. By mapping out these complete journeys, you start to uncover patterns you would have otherwise missed. You can see the most common paths people take before they convert, and just as importantly, you can identify the points where they get stuck or drop off. Is there a specific page on your website where users frequently leave? Is a particular marketing campaign driving low-quality leads that never convert? These are the kinds of critical questions that customer journey analytics helps you answer. It moves you from making assumptions about your customers to making decisions based on cold, hard data about their actual behavior. Ultimately, this is about getting to know your customer on a much deeper level. It's about more than just demographics like age or location. It's about understanding their intent, their needs, and their emotional state at each stage of their interaction with your brand. When you know what your customers are trying to achieve, you can help them get there more effectively. This not only improves their experience but also directly impacts your bottom line. In essence, you stop shouting into the void and start having a meaningful conversation with the people who matter most to your business. To build this complete picture, customer journey analytics relies on collecting vast amounts of data from every conceivable touchpoint. This process begins by gathering information from all the places your customers interact with you. This includes your website analytics, data from your customer relationship management system, social media insights, email marketing platform metrics, and even offline sources like in-store purchase records or call center logs. The key is to break down the data silos that often exist between different departments. By integrating these disparate data sources, you create a single, unified view of each customer, which is the foundation for any meaningful analysis. Once the data is collected, the real work begins with touchpoint and path analysis. This involves identifying every key interaction point and mapping out the sequences of these interactions. You analyze which channels are most effective at driving initial awareness, versus which ones are better at closing a sale. For example, you might discover that customers who first engage with your brand through a YouTube tutorial are more likely to make a high-value purchase later on. Path analysis helps you visualize these common routes, highlighting the golden paths that lead to conversion and the leaky funnels where potential customers are lost along the way. Another critical component is segmentation. Not all customers are the same, and trying to treat them that way is a recipe for failure. Customer journey analytics allows you to group customers into distinct segments based on their behavior, not just their demographics. You could create a segment for cart abandoners, another for loyal high spenders, and a third for first-time browsers. This allows you to tailor your strategies far more effectively. Each segment has unique needs and pain points, and by understanding them, you can create targeted campaigns and personalized experiences that resonate on a much deeper level and drive better results. Finally, there's sentiment analysis. This involves gauging how your customers feel at different stages of their journey. Are they delighted, frustrated, or simply indifferent? This can be done by analyzing customer feedback from surveys, reviews, social media comments, and support tickets. Understanding the emotional context behind customer actions is incredibly valuable. For instance, if you see a spike in negative sentiment linked to your checkout process, you know exactly where to focus your efforts to fix a problem. Combining what customers do, path analysis with how they feel, sentiment analysis, gives you a truly three-dimensional view of their experience. The true value of customer journey analytics isn't just in gathering insights, it's in using those insights to take decisive action that improves your business. One of the most powerful applications is personalization. When you understand an individual's browsing history, past purchases and preferences, you can deliver highly tailored experiences. For an e-commerce store, this could mean showing product recommendations that are genuinely relevant or sending a personalized discount offer for an item a customer viewed multiple times but didn't buy. This level of personalization makes customers feel understood and valued, significantly increasing the likelihood of conversion and repeat business. Another key benefit is proactive problem solving. Journey analytics acts like an early warning system, highlighting friction points before they become major issues. A classic example is cart abandonment. By analyzing the journey of users who abandon their carts, you might discover that a surprisingly high number of them drop off at the shipping information page. This insight prompts you to investigate, and you might find that your shipping costs are unclear or too high. By addressing this specific issue, perhaps by offering free shipping or simplifying the form, you can directly recover potentially lost revenue and fix a frustrating experience for future customers. These insights also lead to smarter strategic marketing decisions. Instead of spreading your budget thinly across dozens of channels, you can focus your resources on what actually works. Journey analytics can reveal which channels deliver the highest return on investment at each stage of the funnel. Perhaps you'll find that Instagram is brilliant for building initial awareness, while targeted email campaigns are what ultimately drive conversions. Armed with this knowledge, you can optimize your marketing spend, allocating your budget with precision to the channels that contribute most effectively to your growth, ensuring every pound is working as hard as possible. Ultimately, all of these actions contribute to enhanced customer retention and loyalty. When you consistently deliver personalized experiences, solve problems proactively, and communicate through the right channels, you build trust. Customers who feel understood and well cared for are far more likely to stick around. Understanding the journey of your most loyal customers allows you to identify what you're doing right and replicate those successful strategies across your entire customer base. This creates a positive feedback loop. Happy customers stay longer, spend more, and become advocates for your brand, fueling sustainable long-term growth. While the benefits are clear, implementing customer journey analytics is not without its challenges. One of the biggest hurdles businesses face is dealing with data silos. Often, customer data is scattered across different departments and stored in incompatible systems. The marketing team has its data, the sales team has its customer relationship management system, and the customer service team has its own records. Bringing all this fragmented information together into a single, coherent view of the customer requires significant technical effort and cross-departmental collaboration. Without this unified data foundation, any analysis will be incomplete and potentially misleading, making it difficult to see the full picture of the journey. Another significant challenge is the sheer complexity and volume of the data involved. Modern customers interact with brands across a multitude of digital and physical touchpoints, generating a massive amount of data every second. Making sense of this big data requires sophisticated analytics tools and, more importantly, the right skills. Businesses need data scientists or analysts who can not only operate the technology, but also interpret the results and translate complex data patterns into actionable business strategies. The shortage of this specialized talent can be a major bottleneck for companies looking to leverage customer journey analytics effectively. Furthermore, customer expectations and behaviors are not static, they are constantly evolving. The journey that works for a customer today might be obsolete tomorrow. New technologies, changing social trends, and shifting market dynamics mean that businesses must be prepared to adapt continuously. This requires an ongoing commitment to analysis and optimization. Customer journey analytics is not a one-off project but a continuous process. Organizations must foster a culture of agility, always testing, learning, and refining their approach based on the latest customer data to stay relevant and keep pace with their audience. Despite these hurdles, mastering customer journey analytics is no longer a luxury but a strategic necessity for growth and survival. In an increasingly crowded marketplace, the brands that win are the ones that build the deepest connections with their customers. By investing in the tools, talent, and processes to truly understand the customer journey, businesses can move beyond generic marketing and create experiences that are personal, seamless, and genuinely helpful. This commitment not only drives immediate returns through higher conversions and retention, but also builds the foundation of customer trust and loyalty that is essential for long-term, sustainable success.